So hello guy, welcome to my channel. Hope you will be fine. In this video I will tell you the story of Naruto married with Sasuke female. Hope you will like this video. And please press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel and also share with your friend. Chapter 5. Naruto had forgotten. It had been a long time since he'd been on a mission with Suki with Team 7. Still, he should have remembered that Suki always volunteered to take the first watch. Suki Uchiha was a night owl. It made sense really. She was definitely a creature of the night. Her dark hair, her moonlight-colored skin, the way she could move with absolute silence. Really everything about her reminded him of the dark. I'll let her sleep in. He murmurs and gets out of the bed, starting to change into his Jonin uniform. So it shouldn't have surprised him that he woke up before her. Like nearly every other facet of their lives, they were polar opposites. He couldn't help but smile at how peaceful she looked. Yeah, it would have been wrong to wake her. Suki had been comfortable, but then her pillow moved away from her and suddenly she felt colder than before. How dare her pillow leave her? Wait, pillows couldn't just get up and walk away. Her eyes flutter open. Oh, she murmurs under her breath. Looked like Naruto remembered she liked to sleep in when given the option. He was in the middle of changing his clothes. Thankfully, his back was towards her, so Suki didn't see everything, but she saw enough to send her imagination into overdrive. She'd seen him shirtless before. That was just a given. Male ninjas tended to discard their shirts rather quickly or they got torn easily during training and battles. That was back when they were genin though. His back was muscular and his shoulders were broad. She couldn't see his front, but she imagined, judging by the biceps and obvious power that she could see from behind, that he likely was sporting some equally impressive abs. Naruto's tan was thorough, she noted. Very thorough, stretching all the way from his face to his powerful legs. Hell, even his backside was sun-kissed. Did he sunbathe naked? Suki decided he had to for the tan to be that consistent. Nice ass, Uzumaki. Suki smacks said posterior with a pillow. She really didn't know what came over her. It was a very nice ass though. Exceptionally firm, really. Still, she definitely shouldn't have done that. Now he knew that she had been looking. Naruto was never going to let her live this one down. Thanks, yours isn't so bad either. He pins her to the bed playfully. Who are you and what have you done with Naruto? That should have made you blush and act like an idiot. It's no fun if you don't freak out. Suki could only hope that she sounded more confident than she felt. In reality, Suki was one flustered Uchiha. She could feel the heat from his body as he held her down. Naruto seemed to be enjoying her being flustered, because he smirks. She'd never seen him look that way before. There was something predatory about it. It made her shiver, but in a good way. That's better. Now claim her. You know that you want to. You should have done it last night, but now will suffice. She clearly wants you to or she wouldn't have made that signal. Hyuubi goads him. She was just playing around. It's not like her smacking my ass with a pillow is Suka's for jump me. Naruto growls in annoyance. You're hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. A real demon would already have claimed her. Hyuubi shakes his head and heads back to his corner of Naruto's mind. Silent for now. You're blushing. It's fun when you freak out. He mocks her. I'm not blushing. She protests. Yes, you are. Naruto was never going to let her live this down. They'd both been too caught up in each other to sense Kakashi's chakra. Kakashi hadn't been the Uchiha district since long before the massacre. He'd gone there a few times to pick up Obito for training. It was strange now, seeing it so empty. It didn't take him long to figure out which house was Suki's. It was the only one with the lights on. He knocked. No answer. Well, the door wasn't locked, so he let himself in. Naruto, Suki. Kakashi frowns when he didn't get an answer. The silver-haired ninja would be lying if he said that he wasn't worried. So naturally, Kakashi searches the entire house. Eventually, he winds up where the bedrooms were located. Unfortunately, he had been too worried to bother knocking. Well, I see that you two are getting along better than I expected. Sorry to interrupt. Kakashi smiles mischievously. Kakashi-sensei. Naruto flails and Suki blushes red as a tomato. No, it's fine. You are both adults and I can hardly lecture you. You are engaged. He chuckles. This is not what it looks like. Suki growls. You mean that Naruto isn't naked, on top of you, and you weren't blushing? The Hawkeye asks in amusement. Well, yeah, that part is true. But we weren't. She trails off, restoring the Uchiha clan together. He offers helpfully. Exactly, she says. Well, of course not. That was more like foreplay. Still, I am sorry I interrupted. I knocked but no one answered. I can see you were distracted. He chuckles. Kakashi, stop being a damn pervert. Naruto scowls, says the man with his blushing bride pinned underneath him while he's naked. Well, almost bride. I can come back later if you need some alone time. I'm sure Sakura will understand. He adds, what does this have to do with Sakura? Suki raises an eyebrow and ignores the obvious innuendo for now. Well, you are scheduled to have your arm looked at. Your appointment was an hour ago. That's why I came to get you. Sakura was worried. You've never been late before. He explains. Oh, I completely forgot. I'll be there in a few minutes, Suki says and wiggles out from underneath Naruto. Great, Naruto. Gara asked me to see if you would be interested in joining him for lunch. Kakashi adds. Oh yeah, that sounds great. Kakashi, would you freaking turn around so I can get dressed? He snaps at him. I'll just go wait in the kitchen, he says and walks out of the room. Suki clearly had already gotten to her room. She shut the door behind her. Naruto mentally pouts at this. It meant he wasn't going to get another view of her naked again. Then he slaps himself. She was his friend. He shouldn't be staring at her like some sort of pervert. Hey, Naruto, I'm gonna head to the hospital to have my arm looked at. I heard Kakashi about Gara, so I'll just see you later. Suki shouts through the door. Yeah, sounds good. Let me know what she says. He hollers back. I will, Suki says and she walks off with Kakashi. So I take it things are going well, Kakashi states slyly as they head to the hospital. Better than expected, she answers evasively. Were you planning on teaching him how to play doctor today? He chuckles. No, Suki glares at him as they arrive at the hospital. Well, that's unfortunate for him. I'm sure he'd enjoy it. He's always been rather playful. This is where I leave you, I'm afraid. The silver-haired ninja couldn't resist prodding her one final time before darting off. Suki, you okay? Why do you look like you want to punch someone? Sakura asks in confusion. Our former sensei is getting on my last nerve is all, she mutters and heads into the exam room. Kakashi does like to tease. How is your arm feeling? The pink-haired woman looks at her with concern. I don't feel it much really. The pain meds are really effective. The other woman answers. That's good. How about how it feels psychologically? The medic encourages Suki. Odd. Heavy. I have the urge to just cut it off me. Naruto wouldn't let me though. Feels like my body wants to reject it. The last Uchiha replies truthfully. That's natural. It would have been easier if you didn't wait several years. But it was going to feel at best odd. No matter what. Naruto wouldn't let you, huh? Sakura asks in amusement. I know and yeah. You know how stubborn he is. Suki shrugs. Yes, usually you fight him though. Her green-eyed teammate laughs as she looks at Suki's arm. Usually, but 2 arms will prove useful, so no point in arguing over it. She answers. Your chakra pathways are connecting faster than usual. Have you been adding in extra treatments that I should know about? Sakura questions her curiously. Naruto rubs it a lot. He says it stimulates blood flow or something. She admits. It does. It also stimulates chakra flow. Well, it looks good so far. Just keep changing your bandages regularly. You can try to move it a little bit now, but take it easy. It's going to be very painful at first and don't try to use chakra with that arm yet either. She warns her. I won't, Suki promises. So what's this I hear about an epic love story in a hot training session leading to a proposal? Sakura asks in a way that said, don't even try to bullshit me. You are going to tell me the truth. We decided it would be better to try to make the marriage look real to the public. Helps me assimilate back into village life if they think their hero loves me and vice versa. That and, I'll admit I enjoy fucking with the council's heads after everything. She confesses. I thought so. Who came up with that love story? Sakura giggles. I did. Suki answers. Really? I always thought that Naruto was the romantic of you two. Her teammate looks positively shocked. I can be when I want to be. Besides, I know this village. I know what they want to hear. They all bought it like the suckers they are. Suki smirks at the thought. Speaking of sucking, Sakura just wouldn't stop giggling. Sakura, don't go there. Suki glowers at her friend. What's this about you playing doctor? Obviously, the pinkette possessed 0 survival instincts. Oh, that's it. Suki lunges at her and the 2 women roll around on the floor in their play fight. Just saying if you want to restore your clan, he'd probably warm up to the idea a lot faster if you showed him some affection. You can use your mouth for things other than breathing fire. You know that right. She laughs and tries to dodge Suki's punch. It's disturbing how much you think about the 2 of us like that. Suki scoffs. We are friends. Friends talk about their boyfriends with each other. Well, in your case, husband. Besides, everyone is curious. You 2 fight so viciously. So that means your cuddle time has to be pretty amazing. I mean, there is a lot of passion there. Sakura laughs madly. Non-existent. Suki answers her. Really? Sakura blinks in confusion. He's just marrying me to prevent me from going to a show trial. They'd find an excuse to execute me. You know Naruto. He'll always protect me, no matter how stupid it is to do so. Suki continues. And that doesn't tell you anything. The pinkette smacks her forehead in frustration. But he has a hero complex and he's loyal to the point of stupidity. Yes, it does. Suki nods sagely as if that explained everything. Sakura just shakes her head. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the village, Naruto meets up with Gara. The blonde asks his friend if he wants to see his new home. Gara seemed a bit skeptical at first. Are you sure that's a good idea? The Uchiha wouldn't be upset. He questions. I doubt she'll mind. Besides, she's going to be at the hospital for a while. She got her arm replaced and is getting a checkup. The blue-eyed ninja grins at him. Alright, I am curious to see the district, actually. The Kasuke admits as he follows his friend. Great. Naruto takes the redhead to their home. It's rather large. How big was her clan anyway? The redhead muses. She said a couple hundred people. So Gara, what would you like? Suki's kinda a health nut. So if you like rabbit food, we have lots of that. Plus I have ramen. Some steaks too. He laughs as if he had just let the other man in on some great secret. Streak sounds good. Gara replies. Alright. Do you know how to cook? I mean, usually Suki does it. I can make ramen, but that's about it. Naruto blushes in embarrassment. Yes, I can make them. The Uchiha actually cooks. For you. Gara was clearly shocked. Yeah, I guess she's worried I'll burn the house down or something. She's really good at it too. He says. The Uchiha is a doting housewife. Now I've seen everything. The Kasuke shakes his head, preparing the meal. The Kasuke cooking. Now I've seen everything. The blonde taunts him. I deserved that one. So how is it going? Besides the fight with Hinata. A pair of seafoam green eyes stare at Naruto in concern. Well, it's different than I expected. She seems fine with the whole pretending thing. Didn't realize she was such a good actress. She's ... Well, I think the journey kinda mellowed her out a bit. Normally, she wouldn't let me touch her if we weren't fighting. But now, well ... We've slept together a couple times. He says. Really? How was it? Who topped? I guess that does explain the cat fight. The redhead chuckles. Not like that, you pervert. I mean actual sleep, not the other kind. He exclaims. Naruto, she's going to be your wife. There's really no need to get so flustered about it. Gara offers. I quote, am not flustered. He protests. If you say so, my friend. The redhead tries his best not to laugh. I do so say so. The blonde confirms. So you are saying she let you sleep by her? That's unexpected and more affectionate than expected. That's a good sign. So, anything else happen? Gara looks at him curiously. If I tell you ... You won't tell anyone, right? I mean, it's kinda driving me crazy. I have to tell someone about it. If I tell her, she'll Chidori my nuts off. Naruto says. Yes, I could see the Uchiha using that technique for castration. She can be quite vicious. You have my word. Whatever you say to me will be held in the strictest confidence. Gara assures him. I kinda saw her in the shower. Naruto admits. And you are still alive. The Kasuke's eyes widen in amazement. She doesn't know that I did. He mumbles. Gara says. I mean, I don't want to get the hell beaten out of me. I couldn't fight back. I deserve it. But she saw me when I was changing. My back was towards her though, so she didn't get the full view like I did. Then she slapped my ass with a pillow and said, nice ass, Uzumaki. But I think she was just trying to mess with me. She does that. The blonde couldn't help but feel by how fast and furious the words were pouring out of his mouth. Yes, she does do that. You're right. It is difficult to tell with her. Without going into details, a simple yes or no will do. Did you find her attractive? The redhead questions. I know it's wrong to look at a friend like that, but yeah. No one can look at Suki and think she isn't beautiful, he says. Gara rolls his eyes. His friend needed some sense slapped into him. He was just the Kasuke for the job. His sand forms into a human-sized hand and gives the blondie good smack to the back of the head. Oh, what was that for? He whines. I'm slapping some sense into you. Gara explains. Geez, the blonde growls. You are going to get married. She's no longer just your friend. She's going to be your wife. It is a good thing to be attracted to your wife. There's no reason to feel guilty. It is not like you intentionally were spying on her. Gara's sand gets a few more slaps in. Oh, damn it. Gara, cut that out. Naruto demands. I'll cut it out when the point successfully makes it through your extremely thick skull. The redhead says smoothly, unconcerned about the fact that Naruto looked like he wanted to kill the youngest Kage. All right, you're right. I shouldn't feel guilty. It's only natural. He trails off. That's better, Gara says approvingly, and he retracts his sand for the moment. Yeah, still if she finds out, I am going to so fucked, and not in a good way. Naruto mutters. The Uchiha has never struck me as a particularly shy woman. It's true that her clothing choices are fairly conservative, but I doubt she's as bashful as, say, Hinata. She'd likely understand it was just a mistake. Gara reassures him. Thanks for taking Hinata home, by the way. I feel horrible about all this. She's so nice. I know she liked me, but I just don't, you know. He lets Gara fill in the blanks. Feel that way about her. I understand. I think she's beginning to understand. You always like doing things the hard way. So it's not surprising that you would ignore a beautiful woman who would do anything you ask, in favor for a beautiful woman who has nearly killed you multiple times. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if maybe you aren't just a masochist. The redhead ponders out loud. I am not a mas... Wait, what does that even mean? Naruto asks. Someone who is sexually aroused by pain. The other man smiles at him teasingly. Though, no, I'm definitely not that, and where do you learn that word from anyway? The blonde demands. Good to know, and Kakashi sent me a copy of one of Jiraiya's books for my birthday. That's where I learned it from. Gara laughs as if it was the most obvious thing in the world. What's good to know? Naruto, what's Gara doing here? Suki asks as she walks through the door. Oh hey, you're back. How'd it go? Never mind. Well, Gara was visiting and I figured I'd show him where I'm living now. You don't mind, do you? Naruto gulps a bit nervously. Well, he did try to kill me, but in all fairness I gave him a scar and attacked the cage summit later on. So I guess we are even. She shrugs casually. I don't have an issue with you, Uchiha. I wanted to thank you for killing Deidara by the way. He adds as an afterthought. Oh, that's right. He's the one who kidnapped you, wasn't he? Suki says. Yes. Gara answers with a nod. Something smells good. Didn't know you cooked, Kazekage. It can't be Naruto's doing. Ramen is the limits of his culinary expertise. She sounds slightly amused. Hey, Naruto protests. It's true and you know it. Suki replies. Yeah, I guess. The blonde grumbles. I'll see you two later. I'm supposed to join my sister and her husband for dinner. The redhead chuckles. I still can't believe Lazy Brows and Temari are married. Naruto shakes his head in shock. Me neither. How does that even work? Suki tilts her head as though trying to imagine such a thing actually working out. I still haven't figured it out, myself. Gara nods sagely as he makes a rather hasty exit. So how'd your appointment go? Naruto figures he might as well try again now that Gara was gone. Better than expected. Sakura was impressed really. She thinks the rubbing helped stimulate the chakra networks. She smiles. I told you so. The sapphire-eyed ninja smiles smugly. Suki smiles softly. It was cute. He was so smug about it. The last Uchiha shakes her head in amusement and sits on the couch. You want me to do it again? I mean, since she said it helps. He offers. Yeah. She nods her head and Naruto soon joins her. She lets out a rather undignified squeak when he pulls her into his lap. Naruto laughs. She scowls at him. It's just easier this way. He glides his hand over her arm. I'm not a rag doll. Just because you're bigger doesn't mean you get to throw your weight around. Suki gives him a dirty look. I know you aren't a rag doll. Believe me, I've got the scars to prove it. Naruto continues the gentle massage. Good. She leans back into his hold, closing her eyes in contentment. Naruto looks down at Suki. He couldn't help it. His eyes kept drifting to her neck. It was always such a relief to see the curse mark gone. A growl unconsciously escaped his lips when he thought about it. Naruto. Suki looks at him slightly alarmed. Yeah, he honestly didn't know what was making her look at him that way. You're growling. The look still hadn't gone away, but at least now Naruto knew what had caught her attention so much. Oh sorry, just thinking. He probably shouldn't growl at her if it freaked Suki. About. The brunette questions. The curse mark. Naruto sighs because there really wasn't any point in lying. What about it? It's gone. Suki inquires in confusion. I know. I'm just really glad it's gone. I didn't like seeing it on you. He acted like you were his toy. He growls again. Doesn't matter now. It's gone. She assures him. He didn't know why, but it set him off like nothing else. Even thinking about seeing that mark on his neck made him want to tear something apart. A dark possessiveness rose up in him. For some reason, he suddenly really wanted to lay some sort of claim on her. Something that other people would see. Suki gasps when she feels Naruto's teeth on her neck. He was biting her. It didn't hurt. It was a light bite. The brunette squirmed and tries wiggle out of his lap. Stay. He gives her a warning look. Suki wisely decided to stay put. Maybe Kyuubi was messing with him somehow. Kyuubi was a fox demon. It would explain the biting. Either way, Naruto's teeth were beginning to feel suspiciously sharp. Too sharp. Fuck. She decided not to move. She didn't want to get a chunk of her neck ripped out. Good girl. He murmurs and begins to alternate placing kisses, licks, and bites along her neck. NHHH. Suki arches back into him more, moaning and tilting her neck to the side. Better. At least you marked her ... for a few days anyway. Kyuubi practically purrs with approval. I what? Naruto asks. I imagine those love bites will be visible for at least a few days, and it seems that she does enjoy receiving them. Kyuubi clarifies. Shit. Damn it. Suki. I'm so sorry. He says. It's okay. It was just necking. She shivers, still remembering the feeling of his hot mouth on her neck. I shouldn't have done that without asking first. I didn't bit you too hard, did I? He asks in concern. Naruto, I lost my arm in the war. I think I can handle a few nips to my neck. Besides, I think you went Kyuubi. It's not like you did it on purpose. She reasons, being surprisingly forgiving about all of this. Went Kyuubi. He looks at her completely baffled. Sometimes ... you act like a fox. I guess we should be grateful you didn't have a slug demon or something. Your teeth will get longer, your eyes change, your fingernails look like claws ... and your chakra changes to his. She elaborates. Oh, so you aren't mad. The blonde almost couldn't believe it. No, I'm not mad. Good thing I wear high collars. Suki laughs. That kinda defeats the purpose of marking you. He half hisses in irritation. Sorry, what was that? Suki raises an eyebrow. Nothing. Forget it. So you want any of the steaks Gara made? He questions. Steak sounds good, she says.